Okay, before we really go into the new paragraphs of the reading going, gone, let me quickly go over the first three paragraphs. From the introduction, we learn the importance of a democracy. But when people live in a democratic society, sometimes people might abuse their freedom of speech so that there are different kinds of opinions in conflict with one another. But this is not the case in eBay, because in eBay only one voice matters, which is the voice of the customer. So people are in charge in eBay, and you must remember in charge means being the person who has control of something or is responsible for something. And from this article, we're going to learn eBay's secrets to success, which has a lot to do with how it lets its customer be in charge. And in the second paragraph, we learn what eBay's customers are able to do. And as you see here, they made a company, a global marketplace, but more importantly, they help advertise the company by words of mouth, by talking. So when they talk, they share tips and point out glitches. So what is a glitch? A glitch means small problem. Okay, small problem. And lobby for changes. When someone lobbies for something, it means this person is trying to persuade someone to take actions or to change something. What's even more special about eBay's customers is they police the site. So police here means to control or maintain order. Another way to use police might be in a classroom setting where teachers have to police the students so that we have a quiet learning environment. And eBay's customers do all these things voluntarily. They are not paid at all. They're willing to do so. And the third paragraph, the founder of eBay wants to create a different market, and he did it by creating a feedback forum. So what is a feedback forum? A feedback forum is a place where people can talk about different things, and the subject matter is usually what everybody is interested in or what everybody cares about. And this feedback forum became its biggest breakthrough. So breakthrough means something that helps improve a situation. So in this case, this is what made eBay stand out. Okay, before we talk about paragraph D, E, and F, I would like you to pause the video lecture to do skimming and scanning. So if you take a look at number 1, when we skim, I would like you to identify the topic sentences. When you're done with step 1, step 2, please scan these 3 paragraphs. And when you scan, if you can, I want you to number the examples in a paragraph for me. When you're done with number 1 and number 2, please come back to the video lecture to listen to my explanation. So now, please do that. Okay, I assume you have done what I asked you to do. So now on your reading, okay, you should have identified the topic sentences and you should have the supporting sentences numbered. Okay, I ask you to do these things to help our lesson become more effective, because a lesson should be an interactive process, not a one-way discussion. Okay, so now let's go over the fourth paragraph, which is paragraph D. Let me read it for you. Some of its most effective ways of getting user input, though, don't depend on the internet. Since early 1999, eBay has regularly flown in groups of sellers and buyers to its headquarters in California to interview them, asking for their views on new features and policies. The result: fewer problems. Even when something does go wrong, eBay can respond quickly. They can essentially negotiate with 50,000 users at once and make it work, says Manjel Shan, CEO of Andel. So as you can see from this paragraph, the topic tells us that the internet is not the only way eBay uses to manage its business. It really pays close attention to its customers. How? Each year, they book plane tickets to fly in sellers and buyers to the headquarters. Okay, headquarter refers to the most important office of a company. And what do they ask them to do there? They ask them different questions. So face-to-face meetings are indeed a lot more effective than video conferencing or phone calls or text messagings. And it worked because they do have fewer problems. And after their face-to-face meeting with sellers and buyers, they might have a closer relationship with them. So it might be easier for the company to reach or contact the customers so that when problems happen, they can respond to problems efficiently. Okay, so this is what the fourth paragraph, paragraph D, is about. Now let's go to paragraph E. Let me read it for you. Most of all, eBay simply watches. Almost all of its fastest growing new categories grew out of observing seller activity. After noticing random car sales, eBay created a separate site called eBay Motors. This year, eBay expects to grow some 3.8 billion worth of autos and parts, many of them sold by dealers. It's the way of the future, says Bradley Bonifacius, Internet Manager at Dean Stallings Fruit Incorporation. So from these paragraphs, we know eBay observes what the market is doing as well as what their customers are asking for. So the example here is they realize that everyone is interested in buying cars. So they create a new category on their auction sites out of what they observe. So that's why it says new categories grew out of observing selling activities here. And in the end, they have a very profitable category called eBay Motors. According to the paragraph, it is going to help them earn $3.8 billion. That's a lot of money. Okay, now the final paragraphs. Paragraph F. Let me read it for you. eBay Business is the company's latest offering, a new site providing businesses with an e-commerce platform. It's exciting, new territory, and dangerous. Many rivals aim to be the biggest places for e-commerce too, and some are making fast progress. But there's a bigger question. Can eBay's value survive such grand ambitions? Omidyar worries that the growing participation of large commercial sellers could dilute eBay's unique culture. If we lose that, we've pretty much lost everything, he says. eBay's people power made building a business simple compared with everything conventional companies must do. Keeping in touch with all those customers from here on won't be easy. So from the last paragraph, we can tell that indeed the e-commerce platform is an exciting business and so far it seems profitable, but it also becomes more dangerous. How so? Because there are other rivals What are rivals? Rivals refers to a person or a group who competes with you for the same thing. So as you see, there are not just eBays online now. There are other kinds of e-commerce platforms available. So another word for rivals is adversary, or you can say an enemy. And these rivals, they are making fast progress. They improve themselves on a daily basis. So the competition is fierce. And the founder is worried that with more people participating in e-commerce, probably the brand of eBay might be diluted. So what is dilute? Dilute means to weaken or to reduce the strength of a feeling or action. So with more people participating in e-commerce, then eBay won't stand out easily. So the concluding statements of the last paragraph tells us that the business in the future will not be an easy task. Okay? So that's the explanation for paragraph D, E, and F. I hope you have learned more about eBay. Okay, so here are some images for your reference. On the left hand side is the founder, Pierre Omidyar of eBay, and on the right hand side is the headquarters of eBay in California. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you a few comprehension questions. 3 questions for you. Number 1, what services do the customers provide to the company? Second, how is the company developing? And third, what are the main threats to eBay's future success? The same, I'm going to play you a 30-second long music. When the music is up, I'm going to show you where you can find the answers to these 3 questions. Your time starts now. Okay, time's up. The first question, what services do the customer provide to the company? This is, of course, from the paragraphs we talked about last week. In fact, this is from paragraph B. And second question, how is the company developing? So this is about what eBay does to help its business grows. So we have a few paragraphs talking about the development of the company, right? And they are paragraph C, D, and E. And finally, what are the main threats to eBay's future success? This is the concluding paragraphs, right? We just talk about it. Paragraph F, talking about different companies doing the same business, which means the competition is getting fiercer. Okay, so these questions should not be hard if you do really follow the lecture closely. Okay, now I'm going to explain what the first writing response is about. The first writing response has 2 parts. The first part is what you see on the slides here. You need to read the article about eBay, the online auction sites, to see which paragraphs A to F give information about the following. So you see 6 sentences here. You need to match them with the paragraph that it describes. And you need to fill in your answer in the Word file under the heading Part 1. So you create a Word file and create a heading, part 1, and number the questions, and next to the number, type in your answer. And then the second part is paragraph writing. You need to answer this question. Given the landscape of the current electronic market. So here landscape does not refer to the view you see when you travel. Here the landscape refers to the situation. So given the current situation of the electronic market, is eBay still the market leader? If you forgot what a market leader is, please go back to our previous lectures on marketing. And please answer why or why not. And you need to answer this question in the paragraph. The paragraph must be 120 words long, okay? And the paragraph should start with a clear topic sentence, and it should include at least 2 examples. Listen, for the topic sentence, I do not want you to write like this. I do not want to see a sentence that says yes or no. I want you to write like this. Please says, eBay is still the market leader because of the following 2 reasons. Or you can say eBay is not the market leader anymore because of reason A and reason B. Then you start explaining what reason A is and what reason B is. Okay? The same. Please type your paragraph in the same file that you just created for part 1. And once you're done, upload this to Trunk class. You will know the due date, the deadline on Trunk class. Okay, that's it for this week. I hope you have learned a lot. Thank you for listening and your patience. Goodbye.